Today I wanted to talk to you guys about patterns. So there's three phases of dealing with patterns, and all of us deal with different kinds of patterns. They could be both negative and positive in our daily life. And what I want to really focus on today is going to be the negative ones. Now, when you're dealing with negative patterns, it's very important. The first step to that is that you start to recognize these patterns as they happen. And what that's going to do for you is, a lot of times we get kind of like bombarded once we start going down this path. Life starts to get very overwhelming and we start to feel like, we're freaking out. We kind of lose control. So the first step to this is learning to identify when patterns are happening, because this is going to really, really, really help you to get past the fear of overwhelm. And it's really going to start to empower you in the next phase of it, where you start to learn how to actually utilize these patterns in a way that's not destructive. You know what they are, you kind of know how they work, and you can kind of maneuver them as you need to, right? So a lot of times when we're dealing with the subconscious mind, these are things that are already programmed into our brain. So we don't really think about them too much unless we make it a point to, which is the first step of recognizing. So as we go down this path, we start to practice these different systems and stuff that we may learn along the way. And what tends to happen is over time, we start to get to a level where we can actually create new patterns for ourselves. And that is what my program is here to do. So this day, you're going to really focus on this practice, and I want you to keep these ideologies in mind. That way you can really start to hone in on what patterns exist in you currently, because that is going to be very, very, very important, and the first step into being able to maneuver those things and be able to overcome the negative ones. Because let's face it, not all of them are going to be negative. Some patterns are positive. So we want to keep the good, and we want to kind of work through and rewire the things that are going to be working against us and, basically self-sabotaging us in our everyday life and making things a lot more stressful, a lot more fearful. You start doubting yourself. You start to feel like, man, why do I always do this? This is never going to change, and those things are very defeating. So hope this helps. Hope it found you blessed, and have a beautiful day.